Boom, boom, boom. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. Shouts out to everybody on YouTube. This is episode 116 of the Enigma Sept Hour. I appreciate you guys. Yo, while you at it, make sure, again and again, hit the subscribe button. Also, too, hit the bell so you can get notifications whenever the podcast episodes are uploaded. And yeah, that's about it. Leave comments, likes, share, let people know if you enjoy it, and yeah, just go from there. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the recording. So again, appreciate you guys. Also, too, follow me on all social medias. They're gonna pop up throughout the episode. So while you're watching, you see them. Follow me: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get into it. So let's go. Boom, 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 and we back. It's your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour. What you just heard was a song that I played. What you just heard, my man, Pat Back John, aka Heroes on Drugs, with Son Slang. It's been a minute. Shouts out to my man Pat Back John, Pat Back. Yeah, yeah. It's already we already get into the shenanigans. But no, yo, maybe I need to be right now. Shouts out to Pat 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 Bag Pat Bag John Pat Bag John. It's a tongue twister. Am I right? Am I the only one? Maybe not. Okay. Pat Back John. Family hooked up with Backpack Beats. Try saying that 5 times fast. So they linked up. I think I've seen Backpack do at least one show over there. So I mean over in Heroes on Drugs, Pat Back John. My man, if you listen to this episode, he got DJs that come through his channel, including himself, linked up with Backpack. So shouts out to those bros. And yeah, it's kind of weird. This total generational, if you will. I mean, generational like nature rama. That's what I used to call him. Mans was like doing hip hop thing in the mid 2000s versus Backpack was here in the mid 2010s. So yeah, for me, as far as Tallahassee hip hop history, is like almost a 10-year difference between the two. So to see them link up is dope and interesting. So it's something to think about. Um, yeah, because I get my mic together. So is it going to stay? Is it going to stay? I'm not going to do that. Anyway, I forgot to introduce the freaking episode. This is episode 116 of the Enigma Sept Hour, brought to you, of course, by Freedom Train Radio. Shouts out to Pat and Joe, everybody else. Y'all heard the intro. Shelby and Candace, everybody else down with the crew. Download that app, man. Download that app on your phones. What we're gonna get to? Oh, local news. Actually, by the time you hear this, this has already gone down. There was another Let's Give Thanks showcase by my man the Beatz and VHS doing their thing or whatever. Shouts out to my bro Ashton and sis Dicaria. I think one Drew, a few other people, man, supposed to fall through and do their thing over there. So big up, big up, big up. I won't be able to make it, but I do support any and everybody that's over there doing their thing, and I am glad that things are, happening. Actually, I'm gonna speak on that later, as far as things are happening. So Gotta just wait for that for the 30-minute mark. Trying to get in my bag just a little bit. Anyway, what else? What we got? Let's get into some news, man. Let's do it. First and foremost, happy post Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving has come and gone. I would say wild times, but no, no wild times. It has been what it is. Me and Felicia had a pretty chill Thanksgiving. We didn't do much. I don't do much. Well, man, Beanie said. For the old heads that remember that. Yo, am I tripping? I think my camera is sideways. On the YouTube, I think I look like a 90s movie flick with weird MTV angles. Oh well. Again, it is what it is. No, it was pretty chill, man. Of course, like most people, had the little Zoom thing. You know what I'm saying? She Zoomed her people from Cali. Some people came through, her sister, her moms, and then other than that, we was chilling and eating, and everything was great. Everything was great. I will say this: I'm still feeling it 2 days later. Man, I'm still feeling it. It is it's in there and it's coming out. still making its way out the system, but everything was delicious. So let's get the proper feed. Just cook, man. Cook, man. Cook. What else? What else is on? I want to say the docket. Oh man, I almost forgot. Yo, shouts out to the No Static Podcast, man. Let's get on board some parts. They had your boy on the pod. Finally had your boy on the pod. So if you're interested, not even interested, you better. I'm demanding you. I command you right now. Yo, let me find out the episode, man, for y'all so I can actually go check it out. It should be the latest episode by the time you hear this, but for those that want to wait 18 months just listening to this podcast, let me find their joint so you guys can go and check it out. But I want to say it's like 119. I know they had at least like 10 episodes ahead of me, at least. Episode 126. So there, No Static Podcast, episode 126, featuring your boy. I was on the pod. It was all good, man. The boys are funny. Actually, this may sound bad. This may sound really, really bad, but they're funnier in person. Now, it's not to say that you should listen to the podcast. Listen to the podcast. The podcast is funny. They got good energy, and they keep the conversation going. There's not no arms and ahs like with yours truly. they got a whole docket. They run through it. They're very well versed, and they just funny as hell. But what I'm saying is, if you'll find out how funny, insightful, but yet funny they are in person. I mean, through the pod, it's like 5 times better in person. Like they should put that on the road. So it's like, yo, really enjoy you guys' podcast. Yo, you see them in person, it's way funnier. So shouts out to LQ and all them boys over there, man. I truly enjoyed myself being over there. Yeah, just being around like-minded people. So yeah, man, it was dope. The only, I guess, a kind of weird thing about that is, I guess I felt like either I had to repeat myself for because we kind of talk about the same things almost. They primarily talk about music, but they talk about other stuff, which that's the difference, is that they do get into other parts of entertainment. But they so some of the stuff we talked about, like I had already spoken on episode 115. But there was some stuff they talked about that I wouldn't speak on this episode. So it's kind of weird. Like, hey, I'm not gonna have anything to talk about on my show because I spilled the beans. I just split the week. What is going on? Nah, but regardless, ooh, no, I'm about to destroy the laptop with this bottle of water. But regardless, man, yeah, little boys, if you are subscribed to my podcast, go ahead and subscribe to theirs, download, do all of that. They got a little catchphrase. I forgot what it. Something. I just know they say worship at the end. I just always found that to be interesting. I want to say scary. Like we're a cult. Who wants to worship? But it's a thing, and I like it. I love it. Yeah, let me stop. Start podcast being like, yo, this nigga E came on podcast and went back in and started talking shit. Like, no. I admire them boys. Yeah, shit, I'm trying to catch up. I told you 10 episodes better be. Man, I have to do a Joe Button and start doing 2 podcasts a week. Get these numbers up. You don't have to worry about that. It's not happening. No. Anyway, what we got? Man, speaking of things that we did speak on over there, and I on their podcast I said I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, fuck the Grammys. So I'm not gonna speak on the Grammys, but I think I will go ahead and speak on the Grammys. Why not? I will say this. Now, of course, there's been a lot of talk, as always, about the snubs. You know, who wasn't nominated, and then, of course, after the ceremony, who wasn't, who didn't win. All right, so people still salty about 2014 with Kendrick not winning. I'm still salty from 2001 when Eminem lost to Steely Dan. The hell? Like what? The biggest record, and it was a good, dope record. It was a great album. It was like, nah, Steely Dan. Like, nigga. That's what I knew the Grammys was full of. I was like, nah. And then I think that was 7 years later, 2008 Grammys. Or 2009. I think Kanye dropped. Yeah, Kanye dropped 2007. Maybe 2009. E, you have a phone with the internet. How about you just look it up? Let's see. Kanye West, graduation. I think I spelled graduation first. It ain't Grammy. This ain't Grammy snub. When he was he snub. All right. With 8, album on 405 categories. The 50th and whatever the 50th Grammy Awards, right? So it was nominated for Album of the Year. It was thought to win Album of the Year. And it didn't. They gave it to Herbie Hancock, of all people. Now, I'm not reading this. I just remember that happened. Thinking like, what in the hell? What? And it was like, you really couldn't be mad because, I mean, Herbie Hancock deserves all of the awards that he should get. But you still felt like, they did it just to screw with people. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, why would you do that? Why would you? I can't find the Grammy thing. But anyway, it was 2008. I guess it was 2008. Anyway, Yeah, it was just. And at that point, I had kind of realized. Now, really, let me take this back. I really can't be mad at the Grammys. They did get two of my favorite acts, Grammys, Album of the Year, Outkast and Lauryn Hill. So, so I don't know what to tell you. Haven't always been disappointed, not always, but no, I just at that point I realized what the Grammy do. They get whoever's popular and they draw people in, and then they try to pick the sophisticated pick, which typically comes off as racist. Or Blake, I know it's you throwing the racism word around. No, for real. I mean, from what is it? Like, granted, even with the two examples I gave, that wouldn't be a good example. Steely Dan's a white band; they beat a white rapper, Eminem. Herbie Hancock is a black jazz musician who beat a black rapper in Kanye West. So, where's the racism? But no, you move forward when Adele won over Beyonce, and Adele knew she shouldn't have won. Everybody in the room knew she wasn't supposed to win, including Adele. Like Adele whole acceptance speech that night was just like, Beyonce, I'm sorry, this is some BS. And then of course the infamous 2014 Macklemore win over Kendrick Lamar. Was that 2014? I thought it was 20. I don't know because these albums, because I know. Wait a minute. I don't think that was 2014. When was that? Because the album dropped in 2012. What the hell? It was 2014. Okay, that's another problem. Grammys these weird physical year-end dates. What the hell? Gotta have it in by August. I don't remember anything from August 2019 going into 2021. You know what I mean? Like an album dropped September 1st, 2019. You expect me to really be excited about that album in February of 2021? What? No. What the hell? That's weird. But no, so yeah, it kind of teams of racism when they get these kind of like hyped up stars. Rather if they are black or not, just have an urban style, and then they get all the urban style sounding people, and then flip it and try to be sophisticated and want to give it to some bluegrass or classic rock act. And you're just like, what the hell is going on? But that's, to me, for at least the past 20, 25 years, that's been the Grammys stitch. That's a thing. It's to draw in the crowd, get people hyped and talking about, whatever the favorite song or music at the time, and then flip it and just be like, oops, no, we want to be sophisticated. And it's like, no, bro. Like, just be sophisticated. You're not sophisticated. You typically get it wrong. Like, even amongst those that are of the sophisticated class, even look at you like, that shit don't make no sense. Like, what you doing? Clearly, you don't know what you're doing. It's weird. It's really weird. But the Grammys have that statue, even though they're losing it bit by bit, year by year. But the problem is, and I guess to ask the question, why in the hell do we even care? Why in the hell do we even worry about these things? I think the problem is that there's nothing to replace it. I mean, they don't like give a shit about the AMAs. Thank you. No one cares about the AMAs. No one cares about Billboard Awards, iHeartRadio Awards. None of that. Not even the BET Awards. Sorry, BT. But because there's the thing is with the Grammys, the Grammy tries to give a criteria. The other award shows don't. You know, pretty much it's a popularity contest. The Grammys at least try to act like it's not a popularity contest. And so I think that's why that's why the Grammys hold that, haven't lost that status of whatever. Haven't lost the status, point blank period. Because it still gives a criteria. It still say, hey, you got to have this and that, and it has to be the best, not just the most popular. You know, it has to be some type of quality. Versus the AMAs, don't have to be any quality. Just how many people that scream at you at your concerts will give you an award. There's no, you know, yeah, there's almost nothing to it. Like, you know, I can have a pop hit and win a AMA award. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. But I think that's why the Grammy matters, because there's a criteria, and even though they hardly ever stick to it, people still respect it because it's even there. So I think what these other awards have to do if they want to really take the Grammys out, which could be very easily done, is to have a criteria. Come up with some type of criteria. Say, hey, to win this award, you must have this set quality. It can't be based. That's the thing about too. It can't be based on sales. I know a lot of people. One of the arguments is for The Weeknd, and being that he had one of the top selling American albums this year and wasn't nominated at all. Also too, like Lil Baby. I think Lil Baby went double platinum on his album. And again, it's like, how can he not be nominated for Rap Album of the Year if he had, you know, the highest selling rap album of the year? And it's the Grammy saying, yo, fuck your sales. Like, we don't care about that. I think that's what all these other awards have to do, is say, yo, it's not solely based on popularity or record sales. The thing about it, that can be manipulated. You know what I mean? It's like, no, we gonna give you this award because of the quality of what you're doing, not the popularity of it. So, you know, that is also too, you're gonna give somebody an award because they're popular, then you just give it to they publicists or the marketing team. Like, that's who you award, not the artists. They ain't do shit. They sat there and look pretty. So, yeah. So, no one's listening to me, but all you award shows out there, man, y'all want to take the Grammy status, man. Just be about something. Be about something. That's exactly it. Be about something. Stop just giving out awards for the sake of giving out awards, or giving out awards because the motherfucker showed up. Because we see that, we know that VMAs. they gave the whole show to Lady Gaga because she showed up. All right. So, yeah. As far as more Grammy talk, I probably should have made that the main topic, huh? Because I'm gonna talk about this. No, I'm not. Now, as far as the rap album of the year list, man, this list is impressive. I gotta give Grammy say props, man. You gotta give them their props. What they got? The Allegory by Royce 5'9", Nas King's Disease, J Electronica, A Written Testimony. I won't ever be an announcer on the Grammys. Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs, and The Alchemist. Al Fredo, Al, Alchemist, Freddie Gibbs, Fredo, yeah. And Black Habits by D Smoke. Yo, somebody was it what's the dude name? Victor, Steven Victor. Did he make this joke? I think he made the assumption. Yo, it was kind of funny. Somebody was like, they thought instead of D Smoke, maybe the Grammys really want to nominate Pop Smoke, but they ain't know the difference. It's fucked up. they gotta do D Smoke like that, man. It's kind of wild though. Man's went from competing on a reality TV show. What was that on HBO? I don't even know. To nominate for a Grammy, just especially when you look at who D Smoke is nominated against. Freddie Gibbs, who's been doing this for 10 years at least. Jay Electronica, who's been doing it for 10 years at least. Nas, who's been doing this for almost 30 years. Royce and 5 9, who's been doing this for almost 20 years. So this dude to be in the game for like maybe a year and already being nominated against like these other cats is wild. Now, my second favorite album of the year is The Allegory by Royce and 5 9. So, of course, I hope that's who wins it. I will go with the assumption there, what everyone else is saying, that they may be setting up for Nas to win, so he can finally say he have a Grammy after years and years of being in the game, being recognized as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, MC alive. And yeah, so maybe they'll give it up. King's Disease wasn't horrible. It wasn't bad. As far as rap album of the year, like I said, it maybe in my top five. Maybe. I know my favorite rap album being nominated is was Village Village. May have been too late. I think the album came out after. I think the album came out in September. Yeah. So it may have just been too late, but Spillage Village album was my favorite rap album of the year. Just totally complete. Like, so shouts out to everybody that was involved in that. I can't think of the boys' names right now. Earth Gang. What's the other little homie name? Anyway, but yeah, that was my favorite album. But my second favorite was Royce da 5 9 and Allegory. So I'm rooting for that album. I won't be mad if any of these albums get it, really. But I won't be mad if Nas get it with King Disease. I will celebrate that as well. Now, again, there's been an argument about why Lil Baby wasn't nominated, having the top-selling rap album, and why Pop Smoke, who passed away, why he wasn't nominated. Actually, I don't even know about Pop Smoke because I read that Pop Smoke doesn't even have the highest-selling posthumous album. That goes to Juice WRLD, oddly enough. So if your argument that Pop Smoke should have got it because he passed away, you got Juice WRLD, who got a decent album himself. So I think part of it is just his legacy. I think with Lil Baby, I think he hasn't got the ear of the higher ups, if you will. I don't want to say higher ups. That sound like, again, some racist shit. But those just, like, he's doing this thing, but it's almost like he's not, I guess, big enough, if you will, to be, like, you gotta imagine, like, this is the music industry. So, and you gotta understand too, like, you can be super loud in your own genre and no one knows who the hell you are outside of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, what, Luke Bryan? Like, there's like hella country stars that probably sell platinum records all the time that I have no idea who they are because I don't pay enough attention to country music. But the average country music fan knows who that person is, and there's clearly, you know what I'm saying, a good chunk of people that probably admire this person. And I can say I love music and not know who they are. Hell, Latin music, period. They selling all kind of records over there. And I couldn't tell you nobody outside of Bad Bunny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's all kind of cats. Like, what was it? Watching the VMAs, and yeah, they had like a whole slew of like these Latin artists came out, and you could tell like they were popular, making money. They was it, and I was like, who was that? Can I recognize that person or who? What? So, in regards to Lil Baby, of course, those that are in threshing urban or rap culture, like we know who he is clearly, but there's a different level to where the whole industry like recognizes you and recognizes your music, and that's why the likes of Taylor Swift and Tyler. the likes of Taylor Swift and Drake and Ariana Grande, that's why it's that much more impressive with their reach. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Megan the Stallion, as popular as she is, there's still a ton of people in America that probably don't know who the hell she is at all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we just kind of and I think this is an example of realizing how small of a box we can be in, like for real. So, yeah, man, just like that, I ran my mouth for a good 30-something minutes. And say I probably should have had the Grammys be the main topic. I'm like, man, halfway done. I'm not even gonna get into the other stuff, man. But yeah, I'm gonna end it on that, man. I'm just gonna say, as far as the Grammys go, we jock it because there's a standard, and we don't see any standards in any other award show. So until these other award shows really come with a solid standard and a standard based on quality, we're gonna continue to jock the Grammys, despite the bullshit. So anyway, was not bullshit. This next song. This song should have been nominated for a Grammy and every other award that is should be afforded to it. This is my girl C Red with Hot Sauce. We'll be right back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby. Boom, boom, boom. We back. Your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour. What you just heard was C Red with Hot Sauce. And you know what? I really think I'm gonna really give y'all less than an hour this week. Just to see if I can do it. Can I do it? Can I let you guys get a short episode? I actually think it'd be dope. I think it would be highly enjoyable if just like, oh, that's it. Thank you guys. No, what I'm gonna do? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna get into this next topic. Then go to the next song. Next couple of songs. That'll make it short. That'll make it real short. Yeah. I meant to talk about this the first half of the show, but of course, Grammys. I forgot. I did forget to mention this. It's somewhat relevant. Apparently, Lil Wayne dropped No Ceilings 3. It's hosted by DJ Khaled. Now, I feel like a hypocrite. Maybe I am. I saw that the album had dropped. I got a little excited. Like, okay, let's see what Wayne got. I thought about it. Like, didn't this nigga just come out with full support of Donald Trump just like a couple weeks ago? I ain't finna go rush and listen to this nigga shit. The hell? What the world look like?
Bruh.
But I can't say that because I did go and listen to Kanye's "Jesus is King," despite his before he ran. This is before he ran, but despite his somewhat endorsement of Donald Trump. So yeah, I can't do that. I can't. But it is what it is. At press time, I have not listened to the mixtape, so don't know what to tell you. But I am surprised that there was no backlash. There was I at least saw some backlash with Kanye. There was at least people like, I don't want to listen to Kanye supporting Trump. Nah, people was just like super hyped about this mixtape. I'm just like, didn't we cancel this nigga? His own girlfriend cancel him over this Trump shit. Even though I think he was just trying to, I think A, he got paid. I think Trump paid him. And B, the man got federal charges. And he probably was hoping, hey, if I do this for Trump, you know what I'm saying, win or lose, you know, maybe he can get the charges dropped or get me pardoned. But yeah, nah. And apparently Kodak Black is trying to get pardoned by Trump, saying he'd give $1 million in charity. Like I just told y'all, your sphere of influence is not our sphere as far as rap goes. Not as big as we think it is. I don't know, Kodak. I don't know if your sphere of influence gonna really get to Trump and have him say, hey, you know what? Let this guy go so he can go to his statutory rape trial in South Carolina. Nigga, the hell? Anyway, yeah, you got that. Got to announce that. But when I say this is relevant, yo, y'all know I had to speak on this. I don't even know why I got to. So, while I was with the homies over at No Static Podcast, of course, we're talking about the Jeezy and Gucci versus. And I let it be known, not a fan of Gucci. Gucci Mane. A couple of songs he got, you know what I'm saying, a vibe or whatever. I'm in the club, I'm a vibe because that's the vibes, but not a fan. I'm not gonna go and intentionally buy a Gucci Mane anything. But also too, just those that I feel like that fall under, well, not just his influence, but I think it's a negative influence. But also too, Lil Wayne. And you got a couple of Lil Waynes, but in particular, you got mixtape Lil Wayne, you got auto-tune Lil Wayne. And I think there's a few guys that fall under the influence of auto-tune Wayne, which is horrible. And those horrible guys are Future and Young Thug. And it's hard for me because we're now in a future where people look at these guys as visionaries and important to the culture. They changed the game. First of all, I think you give them too much props. Again, I give up props to Lil Wayne because they imitated his sound. Even the praise of, Young Thug, you find these melodies that come out of nowhere. Because they are from nowhere. Nigga, you just sound like a dude from Police Academy in autotune. Y'all just fell for it. Okay. But all he was doing in the beginning to me was a really bad imitation of autotune Wayne. And he kept doing it and it became a thing. And that's what's weird to me. That's how I feel. But this fool had the nerve to come at the guard. It was even crazy. Well, that's what we said. Young Thug was on T.I.'s podcast expeditiously. I can't say the word because not as verse as T.I. But no, man's came on the podcast, man, and since he just straight up dissed Andre 3000. This man said he couldn't recite 2 Andre 3000 songs, which is crazy. He said 2. Again, go back to what I was speaking about earlier about that spear or that influence. Outkast is one of those acts who have broken that spear, where they are not just big in rap, but just big in music, period. Even if the song that they're, there's at least one song that just is bigger than rap, if you will. Of course, that's Hey Y'all. But, bro, you also got Miss Jackson. I want to say B.O.B. That was a big record. So Fresh and So Clean. Like, almost anything coming off the Stank On You album and anything coming off of the Love Below album, Roses, all of that. Like, you can't tell, like, it'd be hard pressed for anybody over the age of 25 to say that you don't know at least Hey Y'all and Miss Jackson, at the very least. And that's outside of rap. That's whether you're a country star or a country listener or a pop listener or a rock listener. Like, when someone say when you say Outkast, people know who Outkast is, even if they're not into rap. Just like you can say Eminem, they know who that is. You say Jay-Z, they know who that is. Even if they may not even know, Beanie Siegel. Probably won't even know Ludacris unless you say, hey, the guy from Fast and the Furious. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain artists that transcend hip-hop. And Outkast, and in particular Andre 3000, is that act. So for Young Thug to act like there was no influence from Outkast, in particular Andre 3000, knowing how big they are, and then knowing how, nigga, you from Atlanta? You from Atlanta. This off top. You from Atlanta. You in this hip-hop industry. You've been in this hip-hop industry, rap industry, for almost 10 years now. Everybody around you has some connection. And then, matter of fact, for me, like, I've had to check myself in my dismay for Young Thug, because it's like, yo, how hypocritical would it be for me to be the biggest fan of Andre 3000 and then not understand what Young Thug is doing, from his dress to his music to whatever. You know what I'm saying? Can I really complain about Young Thug auto-tune yodeling when I accepted Andre's, what's it, subpar? A good attempt, but subpar imitation of Prince on the Love Below. I'm gonna call it what it is. I think it was artistically daring. I got it. There's some great songs. Prototype is, I still feel jealous about not writing that song, but call it what it is. Andre was trying to imitate Prince. I get it. Not the first time or the last time it's gonna happen, and I don't think he did a horrible job. He did a good job. I think they deserve a Grammy for it. Whatever. See how it's going full circle. So even with my dismay of Young Thug, I kind of gotta check myself. Like, am I tripping? Because clearly the DNA is there. So I think it's just shocking for everybody to see this fool act like Andre had no influence on what he's done, when people have used Andre as kind of like the pass to allow Jeffrey to do the dumb shit that he do. And it just seems like a big like shot in the foot. Because now it's like, oh, so you wasn't trying to further the legacy of Andre 3000. You was just on some dumb shit. I told y'all he was on dumb shit. And y'all didn't want to believe me. Like, ain't no historical background. This nigga was just, he found a mic, decided to record some dumb shit, trolling, and niggas ran with it. And here we are. Now we got Roddy Ricch. In Juice WRLD, may he rest in peace, and Triple X, may he rest in peace. And Pop Smoke, may he rest. Oh, all y'all just. Everybody want to sing auto tunes, huh? But yeah, but no. I mean, end of the day, I'm not really. I do believe him. Again, my thing is, I think with him and Future, their main influence was Wayne, not Dre. Now it could be Wayne decided to do the auto tune things because he saw Dre do it and then was like, hey, I think I can do it too. And so maybe Andre 3000 is really the grandfather of Young Thug style versus the father of. But yeah, I always thought that as much as Andre was imitating Prince, I always thought Young Thug was imitating auto-tune Lil Wayne. That's it. And I think that's also too is just more indication of why it's important to know the history of the music, man. Know the history of the music. Kind of go back to what my man Lil 50 said. Like a lot of these cats, even here in Tallahassee, a lot of these young rappers don't know the older rappers that paved the way for them and did things to make it possible for them to even attempt to do music or make music, perform music, just in Tallahassee. There's no appreciation of the history. But then also, too, that's why I separate this shit when it comes down to rap business culture and hip hop culture. Because hip hop culture, you respect your past. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up listening to Rakim or Big Daddy Kane. I heard the music, but you know, my dad didn't sit me down and say, "Yo, this is Rakim, this is Big Daddy Kane, this Ron DMC." You know what I'm saying? This Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. My dad didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I had to discover the music on my own. But when I discovered it, I respected the pioneers. I respected those that came before me. You know, understood it. Even if I wasn't necessarily vibing to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't hyped to listen to my melody from Rakim when I was vibing to Snoop Dogg and Biggie in '94. Like, but I respected it. And when people said that Rakim changed the game, I understood that. People said Ron DMC changed the game, I understood that. People say, you know, LL Cool J changed the game, I understood that. I respected it. Even if it wasn't my hype, I got it. I understood it. I knew about it. I studied it. You know what I'm saying? Because I had love for the culture. A lot of you cats don't, and that's what this slander from Young Thug proved. You know, now are people gonna care? Who knows? Probably not. People invested into Young Thug now, so I don't think they're gonna just cancel him and kick him out the game as they should. But it just proved positive, man, that a lot of these cats is in here for the money. They ain't here for the culture. They're not here to try to study the arts and try to improve on the game. They just doing some shit because it popped off and they got some money behind it, and they was like, all right, I'm gonna roll with this because y'all rolling with it. So, yeah, man. But screw it, man. Fuck Young Thug, my nigga. What you thought? Fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Dumbass T.I. had to sit there and try to wheel around it. But you from Atlanta. T.I. should have kicked that nigga out the studio right then and there. Like, nah, my nigga. You straight. You good? You all right? Peace. We're glad to have you here. Like, you got man. I don't even think it's not even up to the old head school these niggas either, man. Like, Young Thug know. That nigga should know. You can't tell me that nigga don't know. He should know. He had to be around too many niggas who brought up Andre and talked about that shit, and clearly he just faked the funk or got quiet, or maybe some niggas, probably the young niggas, was disrespectful and decided to just be, you know what I'm saying, blunt with it with T.I. because he figured T.I.'s the homie. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure, like, he lost respect from T.I. at that point. Now, T.I. being the lead, I'm pretty sure he played the shit off and was just like, all right, my nigga, we're going to keep it moving. But, yeah, he lost his, I know he had to lost respect from T.I. And I would hope that T.I. would have checked his ass after the recording and be like, hey, my nigga, like, we're going to roll this shit, but you need to study up. You know what I'm saying? Because the exact shit that you do wouldn't even be possible if it wasn't for this nigga. And you got the nerve to double this nigga name. I don't care if he wasn't trying to work with you or not. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason why. Nigga, because he did that shit. You know, some bullshit. But regardless, man. Actually, you know what? That's all I got. I'm gonna go into some other shit. Actually, no, I gotta wait a minute. Where am I? I know. I told y'all I'm going to this next song. And then I'm gonna conclude it. What we got? We got Backpack Beatz with Love to Give. I ain't got no love to give to Backpack Beatz. I got love to give to Young Thug. Backpack Beatz with Love to Give, and then Papa Zane and Rictacular with Phaze. Then we're gonna come back and close this thing on out. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby. Boom, 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 and we back. It's your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour. What you just heard was Backpack Beatz with Love to Give, and Papa Zaniel, and Rictacular, little bros, with Phaze. Hey, Papa Zane, listen, boy. Hey, keep your head up, man. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Man, I'm going to close this thing on out. I still think I'm gonna give y'all more than an hour. Apparently, how I don't know. I just know how to run my mouth. I don't. This is weird. I really thought I was just gonna give y'all 45 minutes, but it is what it is. Yo, before I get out of here, I want to conclude with I guess I got to pay up, not penance. I got to do a reversal. Now, this time last year, we did a Thanksgiving family edition of the Enigma Sept Hour with myself. She wasn't even my fiance yet, oddly enough. Felicia, JC, and his wife, Smurfy. We all got together and spoke about, I forgot. I don't know what we talked about. But what the episode has become infamous for is my assertion that 2020 was going to be a bad year, or that something, not a bad year, but I felt like something bad was going to happen. Something really big and bad was going to happen. Yeah, I had already figured out. I think me and Fia already figured out we wanted to get married in 2020. So I knew that was coming, amongst some other things, but I was like, something, knowing my life trajectory, something bad is gonna happen. Had no idea that COVID-19 was gonna hit, not at all. But it ended up looking like I got clairvoyance or some shit, which I didn't. But despite all that, I will say this: this has been one of the best years of my life. Despite COVID-19, I mean, if you take away COVID-19 and everything that got screwed up with that, it's been great, man. Just seeing my daughter get older. Of course, getting married to Felicia, and we building our life together. Like, best year ever. You know what I mean? Like, outside of COVID-19, I really don't got too much complaints. So yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, give my 2 cents regarding next year. Keep the tradition going. So, my thoughts of 2021. Don't do it, E. Don't know. No. Don't do it. Speaking of, Kevin Hart special wasn't that bad. Y'all gotta relax. It was alright. No. I think 2021 it's gonna be a new normal, but I do think we're gonna get back to a normal. I do think we're gonna hit the second shutdown, but with that and with the release of this vaccine or vaccines that he had prepared, and with Biden getting into office and starting to get things clicked, I think by this time next year, things would be a little more settled. There always would be some type of remnants of COVID-19 and the effects of it, at least for another 2-3 years, at least. But I do think we'll start seeing the beginning of a new normal this time next year. So other than that, I think next year is gonna be it's gonna be rebuilding, man. It's like this year was a lot of change. This year was really dynamic. I don't think 2021 is gonna be as crazy. I think we're gonna be more settled, but still feel the effects of how crazy fucking 2020 was. So, but also too, because how crazy 2020 was, 2021, even if there is any craziness, won't be able to match. So it's gonna seem like a really chill year because 2020 was turned all the way the fuck up. So it's like, yo, hey, 2021, you ain't much you can do. And I don't think, like I said, I think by the time next year, we're gonna be like, yo, remember a year ago? Like, it's gonna seem like 10, 15 years ago, but yeah, I just think everything's gonna be pretty settled. So yeah, no bad omen this year. I'm not giving the year any bad omens, and this is not even on purpose. I truly believe that next year will be a settling year, if you will. All the dust up is finally gonna lay down. Hopefully, we can clear some of it away. Most of it will probably still be there, but at least it'll be settled. It won't be up in the air causing a ruckus. So, anyway, that's all I got. Thank you guys. Again, make sure to the podcast listeners, hit that subscribe button wherever you listen to the podcast. Also, too, make sure to download it just in case your Wi-Fi goes out, because Comcast is raising those prices and putting the cap on your internets. So you may want to download these things so you can listen to it later. YouTube, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that like button. I think you can download these videos too. That would be amazing if you did. I'd be really, really surprised. But yeah. And I'm gonna get up out of here, man. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby.